Today we're going to go over a quiz to see if the person you're with is a narcissist. Hi, I'm Nanette. Welcome back to Narcissism Exposed. But before we go over these 11 points, there's 9 questions I want to ask you first. And I want you to answer them very honestly in your head and let me know how many of these affect you. So the first question I want to ask you is, do you feel like there's never any resolution anytime you try to handle conflict? The second question is, do you end up feeling like you're just confused and you feel off balance most of the time when you're dealing with this person? Number 4, do you feel like you have to walk on eggshells when you're around this person? And number 5, do you dread each new day wondering what next is going to happen? And number 5, do you feel like you wish you could talk to somebody about what's going on with this person in your life and all this conflict and confusion, but you feel like there's nobody you could talk to that would even believe you because they don't see that person the way you see it in the private world, or private hell, I should say, that you're in with that person. Number 6, do you feel like the man or woman of your dreams has now become the man or woman of your screams? Number 7, do you feel like your life has now become black or white, or pleasure or punishment, or feast or famine? Number 8, do you feel like you're living in fear of the next explosive episode with the person you're with? And the last question, number 9, do you feel like you cannot speak your feelings about your feelings or your opinion, or worse yet, your truth, because the moment you do, you're going to get shut down? Okay, so now it's time for the quiz on whether or not the person you're with is a narcissist. Now pay very close attention to these 11 points and see how many of those you check off regarding the person that you're with. And the first one is, does this person make demands and require and extract adulation, which we know is excessive admiration and praise? Number 2, does this person believe they're truly special and unique and they only associate with high status people, and I like to say for the purpose of extracting more from them? Number 3, does this person in your life have a grandiose kind of demeanor and of self-importance and superiority and basically exaggerates their achievements and abilities with little to back up, right? Number 4, does this person you're with lack empathy? And empathy is the ability to be able to feel what somebody else is feeling and understand and share in that moment. An example, when I was with my ex-narc, my 12-year-old standard poodle passed away, and it was really rough on me. And basically I got a pat on the back, so sorry about that. Well, I've got to go downtown and meet some friends. And I was floored, to say the least, because I thought, wow, how could this person be so non-compassionate about something that was greatly affecting me? Number 4, does this person have obsessed fantasies of being powerful, beautiful, intelligent, successful, when in fact they have very little success they can speak of? Number 6 point, does this person have to be in control at all times? Otherwise, you'll see the explosion happen. Number 7, does this person feel entitled in that you have to agree, favor them, allow them, because he or she deserves? And that's basically the 3 points of entitlement, that you agree that they deserve it, right? They're entitled, and that you favor them and that you allow them. Number 8, does this person constantly engage in bragging and boasting? I mean, to the point where it's just not normal and it gets pretty old and pretty obvious. Number 9, does this person exploit others? So do they use a situation or a person for their own personal gains? And basically they're taking advantage of people. And number 10, does this person display envy and jealousy? Or, on the other hand, is always saying, oh, that person, look how envious they are of me. Or look at that woman, look how jealous she is of me. Everybody's so envious of me because they think they're so superior and so self-important. So that's a big one right there. Number 11, is this person arrogant and haughty, revealing this side of them where it's almost like a very challenging sense of I'm more important than everybody else, and it borders on being kind of almost belligerent. So how did you do on the 9 questions I had for you, how you felt in regards to being with this person, and then the 11 points as to whether you feel or believe that the person you're with is a narcissist? And you can go over this video again and do your check marks and really think about it and evaluate it, because sometimes when we're in a relationship with a toxic person, we learn coping mechanisms. We learn how to just overlook things. We learn how to weather the storm. We learn how to just kind of lay low. I want you to really consider each of the points, the questions for you as the recipient of that abuse, and then the factors or list of the 11 factors that I talked about for whether or not they're a narcissist. And be very, very honest with that. And, regarding what God's Word says, I want you to know that you as the empath, you as the good person, you as the Christian, you deserve someone just like you. Yeah, you do. You really do. And God's Word talks about being equally yoked with a believer, and not to team up or partner with that unbeliever, that wicked person, that narcissist that only wants to take you away from your path, your truth, your righteousness, your destiny, and hold you back. Not only hold you back, right, but push you down and suppress everything that you are. If you have ambitions, if you have goals, you have visions for yourself, and you have found that being with this person is holding you back, and no longer do you have those visions, no longer do you see yourself, accomplishing those things that you have longed for so in your heart. You deserve to pursue your visions, your goals, and everything that you hope to be now and in the future, and not to be held back by that narcissist, not to be pulled off your path of truth and righteousness. Get yourself back on that horse and ride away into the sunset, if you will. And there's a couple of verses in God's Word that talks about these kind of people. And I listed 11. The narcissist, that kind of toxic person that's only self-absorbed, that only wants what they want it right now. And it's in 2 Timothy chapter 3, verses 2-5, and it says, "For men will be lovers of self, lovers of money, boasters, proud, verbally abusive, disobedient to parents, ungrateful, unholy, unloving, and unforgiving, slanderous, without self-control, savage, haters of good." And you're good. You're good, that's right. And you deserve to be with somebody who's just like you. Traitors, reckless, conceited, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, having the appearance of godliness but denying its power. And I love this 3-word sentence that God tells us. It's an imperative command statement, and it says, avoid such people. Avoid them. If you suspect that you are with a narcissist, it's not going to get any better. It's not going to improve if you're engaged. It's not going to get better if you get married to them. No. I always tell people, look, if things don't get resolved before you get married, before you make a huge commitment, even moving in together, if they don't get resolved before that, walk away, because things will only get worse. And I've seen this happen many, many times in many, many relationships. So God's word says avoid such people. So let me know how this quiz goes in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts, your scriptures that you have to support the other believers that come here for encouragement and healing. And also if you have any prayer requests. And I encourage you to read other people's comments so that you're familiar with their requests as well. So if you found this helpful, do hit the like button. And if you haven't already subscribed, do hit the subscribe button. And be sure to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified the next time I put out a video. And until next time, walk in peace and be blessed in your hearts.